Welcome, heroes, to Easy Dispel, where the name is Easy Dispel, and we did it wrong anyway. I'm your Dungeon Master, Andrew. Joining me today are, I think we're up to 6 people, 6 intrepid adventurers ready to continue their journey. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Will, and I play Dominique.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I play Angel.
Quinn, that's you. Quinn,
Hi,
that's you.
I'm. Hi, I'm Quennington, and I play a half-orc with the intelligence to match his armor.
Nice.
I'm Mike, and I play Sai.
I'm Lucy, and I play Yoshia.
And my name's David. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Oh no!
I don't have a character anymore.
Oh no!
Hanging out.
Couldn't leave him at
So
all.
what's happening there? We have our regular recurring recaps. It's a little bit of alliteration that I didn't mean to do there. We posted this on our TikToks. Do we have the last one up already?
The recap is not up because it's going to
Okay.
be a doozy. So
Yeah, it's a lot, but we are posting
It's a
regular recaps. You can get caught up on the campaign, and I think it's like an hour of content now, as opposed to the like 200 or so it would be to watch the full thing. But we do 2 to 3 minute recaps that come out. We try to keep them out on a weekly basis so you can get caught up right before the episode. A lot happened in this last one. There's multiple episodes being folded into it, so a little bit of patience there. We are currently down to a party member. David is down a character. We'll figure out what's going on there. But we are coming back in on the party. They've loaded up into the skimmer, deciding that it's probably best to get out of Dodge for a while. Break free of the city. A lot of heat coming down at the death of their contact, Rathmus. A not so subtle threat from the church. And the ascension to godhood that one of their previous party members has taken. Not sure what's going on there, but it might come up later. Who knows? Could just be a loose end that hangs out. It is as the doors to the workshop roll open, the skimmer starting to pull forward to a Lord Quennington standing outside, having been just about to open the doors and come in himself. That the party rolls start rolling up, so we just kind of conveniently putting everybody back in the same spot. Don't have to chase down anyone.
hey, pretty
yeah.
boy, get in. We gotta go.
Hey. What?
Just get in.
We're
We'll
going-
explain on the
Luca,
way.
we're going into exile.
All right. I climb on top of the back of the.
You're getting some static.
Yeah, I'm
Lucy,
getting
I think.
some audio.
It was me?
Spit.
Yeah, it's all good. Now that you're not moving your mic, we're good.
Stop touching it. You load up, you begin to move out. There's a moment as you all kind of are rolling through the streets. Sparrow in the back goes, I think I'll catch up with a lot of you later. There are still things I have to do. And without giving you all a moment to question or confront him, he
Who's that guy?
swirls into a puff of black smoke and just disappears off the back of the skimmer.
I need to learn that trick. It'd be good for a cloak.
So to put it into perspective for Lord Quennington, it's not just our party, but it's also the help me out, guys.
Your kids?
Yeah, but how do I describe my kids without saying my kids?
Mav and Lear, we'll start with their names.
Yeah.
Lear, you've seen around the house. I'll let you describe what she looks like, but she's been the one that kind of hanging out. You get a sense of like she's been recovering from something that happened before you joined up. And then kind of next to her, She's supporting Mav. Again, I'll let you two handle the physical descriptions of these two. But he looks ill, just grit. His skin, not naturally gray, but like just drained of color, as though he's been sick for a long time. Lear is kind of supporting him. But Domina, Angel, if you want to describe what Lear and Mav look like.
Lear is
Lear
you go for it. You're better than I am at it. Please.
Lyra is very tall and lithe, and she's got her mother's hair, and she has kind of an airy air about her. I won't say ditzy, but she's floaty, and she tends to have more of a mild mannerisms and is very relaxed and understanding. You want to describe Mav, or you want me to?
You describe Mav.
Mav is also very tall, but he's lean and dense. He's got black hair like his dad that's also swept back, but his eyes are piercing black. He's got very pronounced fangs, and at the moment, his skin is exceptionally gray.
And then his horns they're more pointed, right?
Yeah, they angle upwards rather than curve along the back of the head.
Okay, and then the figure that you just saw disappear, Sparrow, is a small black and white feathered owlin. He's about 2.5 feet tall, but he was wearing a nice, like, 3-piece black suit with a silver pocket watch, kind of tucked into the breast pocket, and he was the one that disappeared into the puff of black smoke.
When he disappeared, did a feather fall by any chance?
Yeah, that's
Okay. I will grab one of the feathers
Slowly.
and tuck it away.
okay.
Seemed like he had a bit that he was thinking about, didn't he?
Yeah, Did he seem afraid of me?
Yes.
I hadn't noticed, really.
And I pull out the picture and I was like, see, I was trying to make him scared by looking like you.
That's what that was about. Okay,
Okay.
that makes
put
more
it back.
sense.
And I thought it would be really beneficial to have a picture of somebody who's trying to be hidden. Oh, Abby.
That's
I'll
smart.
put it back.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing, Lord Quentin. Avi's not with us anymore. He got left behind, and we don't know where he's at this point, or what he's doing.
No more Metal Man.
No, unfortunately not. But that's one of the reasons we have to get out to the wastes. We need to. We got to get out of the city. So you don't have anything
would
on
you
you
like
that like tracks you, right? Like, I know you're kind of important.
I mean, maybe my pouch. It's part of it's a family heirloom. It might be able to be tracked. Do we need to leave it behind?
I was like, anything that they could find you by.
I just hand the pouch over to him for him to inspect. I'm not smart enough to.
What is the pouch? What's the?
The pouch is my my current coin purse.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You remember that?
I'll look at it.
I'll say pretty easily, like, there's not, and then Quentin, you'd be aware that it's not like a tracking mechanism to it. Like, somebody could potentially scry on you, but they wouldn't need any of your stuff to do that. Like, that's just from them knowing you. But that's potentially true for any of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it is safe.
Put it back on my dress.
Are
I'm
you
making
okay
it-
coming with us out to the west? Or do you need to stay here?
I have nothing that's holding me back at the city, so it sounds like an adventure.
Perfect.
We have the unicorn, right?
I think I would have taken the unicorn back to my dad.
Yeah. Bruce had gone with you, so if
Oh,
you,
Yeah, I think judging from my actions in the city, I don't think I would be able to be taking that valuable of an animal back out.
I'm actually
Family
going to
compound.
leave this to you. You had brought Bruce
Okay.
originally as a gift for the mystery woman you had met at the ball, who you're still trying to find.
Right. But I was never able to find her, so
Okay,
I'm gonna leave
that's-
it up in the
Bruce the Shetland unicorn, or the Waterford unicorn. Keep it in canon. Has been left behind at the Quinnington estate.
put back with all of his friends. Or the other unicorns.
Which,
that
for
Bull
some reason, like
too.
you know that your servants have always been like taken kindly to the unicorns. When you bring Bruce back, one of the stable hands, his eyes widen and he runs off. And as you were doing business around your estate, you see he is dragging just a giant barrel of apples with an excited look on his face. And it's like, that's weird that he'd be so excited to, feed the unicorn. Whatever you like with that. Yeah, you guys making your way through the city. A very similar route that months ago, Doman and Angel, you took in out of the slums down those main roads. The main difference is traffic out of the city, where there was kind of a line of traders and other nomads that were kind of working their way in, everybody being stopped and inspected. You're free to just leave. A kind of a strange, shimmering blue field that passes over you as you cross through that barrier that protects Avarice. And heading out into the great ashen dunes that surround the city. Your home for most of your, two of you, the most of your lives. As you're passing,
Sorry. Go ahead.
there is a moment as you pass kind of the inspection point, past that field. There's somebody there who you just catch brief snippets. It's like, just, you don't understand. I have somebody I'm trying to find. You have to let me through. I get it. Yeah. Just an odd sense of urgency that naturally draws your attention. David, would you like to describe the character that is currently arguing with the guards, trying to make his way into Avarice?
Sure. So, you see a young adult, shaved sides of his head. The top still has hair and kind of like a really, calling it loosely a mohawk. He has got, I would say your typical wasteland apparel on, and jet black hair, a scar going across his right eye from his eyebrow to the bridge of his nose, and that eye is currently closed. It seems almost like it's potentially sealed. Yeah, he's about 5'7". I mean, just looks like your average dude. I don't know.
Does he look human or?
Yeah, human. He looks human.
Does Angel recognize either him or his like clan garb or anything like that?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
And
We'll also make one if that's all right.
How big is he?
5'7".
How tall are you?
Oh, is that what I said was 5'7"? Sure.
yeah.
16 even.
14.
16 even. He's dressed very similarly to how you see most of the the wasters, people out in that live outside the city. Very loose flowing clothes, things that keep the sun off of him, but wouldn't be hot on their own right. I'm vamping a little bit just to double check something. With a 16, you don't no clan garb, no no iconography that would kind of tell you what clan he's from. You do the guard's going, look, you see that the people that you're trying to find are going to meet you around here. You're welcome to wait, but without the proper authorization, credentials, even fucking bribes, man, I can't just let you into the city. That's
Well, I mean,
welcome.
you can. The door's right there.
Look, it's semantics is a thing. My job is to keep you out of the city. You're welcome to wait here. You said that they're going to be here any minute. Just wait here.
They should be, but things change.
I don't know what that fucking means. If your plans change, it's incumbent upon you to change your plans in accordance with that. I can't let you into the fucking city. That's you.
I think Dome is
Just-
the
you
one.
can't-
But you can.
I physically yes, but
Then
I
what's the
can't do-
problem?
Look, I can maybe. Do you want me to get a messenger boy? Who is it you're looking for? Give me a name.
one?
Give me anything.
Messenger boy's behind you.
Perfect fucking timing.
You just tell that lad who it is, the name of the person you're looking for, where to find him in a message. He has the proper authorization.
No words were said.
As we cruise by on the sand skimmer, we'll be going by full bore, and we'll see him and catch a glimpse of that argument, and you'll just hear as the sand skimmer slows down to a halt. We'll just back up slowly and just pull back into frame.
Eat.
Yeah. Hey, who are you looking for, friend?
You. All right. Have a good one.
Look, see, problems. Bye.
How's it going?
Guard
Look-
turns
look
and
back
starts
over.
waves the next person in line.
I'll look back over on John and be like, "This is why you never stop. It's the first rule. You let me stop, and I'll step back on the gas as we go."
Wait.
Running
Gonna
to
start
catch up.
climbing. Yeah, he's gonna start climbing up onto the sand skimmer. I'll just.
I just reach down and grab him. I'm
Yeah.
what do you want?
No.
dirty
Hey.
lad?"
Where you guys going?
Away from the city.
Perfect.
Weren't you
What
just
did
trying
you
to get
say?
in?
Perfect.
Yeah. Don't worry about that.
What?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I see. Look, I've got this thing that I'm trying to do, and oh man, how do I put this?
I'm still holding him, so I just go simple words.
Simple. Right.
Just shaking him.
Me,
Try to get the dust and ash off him.
me want ride on floaty metal.
About as simple as it
Oh.
gets, really.
I'm just oh god.
To where?
That way.
And he
Like
points
just directly in front
the
of.
exact direction you guys are headed.
Strap in and we'll talk.
Look at
Perfect.
And if we don't like your answers, we'll speed up really fast and kick you out.
She'll do
Okay.
it too.
Sounds great.
So, what's your name, friend?
My name's Gil.
And what clan are you from?
Well, about that. I don't have one. It's kind of hard to explain. Not that, you guys wouldn't believe me or anything, but you probably wouldn't believe me. So
Try me. I just met a
Okay.
god. I think that I think I can believe some unbelievable shit.
Well, I am from the Ketrova Tiana clan.
You're not though.
What does this mean?
I am. Just not in this time frame.
What?
Okay. We've heard some unbelievable shit
Hold
lately.
on.
so
Let me
not out
just
yet.
hold on. And he just starts going through his bag, just like throwing just a bunch of shit out. Don't need that. And this. And he shows you a crest.
Like one of the Katrovatiana's icons.
Yeah.
Is worn, carved out of stone, just in metal.
Now, obviously, I could have, killed somebody and took this. I didn't. I could have. I didn't. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't thinking
Insight
it.
check?
Now I'm thinking it.
Go ahead, give me an insight
Yeah.
check. David, roll persuasion or deception. Don't tell us which one it is.
Yeah. And I should have got my dice out earlier.
You're so fucking lucky. It was almost a 32, but instead it's a 16.
That's good.
Yeah, 19.
Hard to read.
20 is
Well,
what? Okay.
doesn't matter.
What are we rolling?
Insight.
Persuasion? Insight.
Insight. Yeah.
So
Oh, respectable.
a total of, oh God. 22.
Okay. Okay, from another time. Not unbelievable, considering the events of the last couple days. How'd you get here? How'd you get now?
Well, oh boy, how do I explain this? I traveled through a temporal portal. Oh man, how do I explain this?
Magic.
Sorry.
No, not quite.
Really, Lear kind of leans forward and she's looking at that little sigil, the little icon. It's probably about this big. She's looking at it, and she kind of reaches into her shirt and she pulls out hers, very hand carved, the emblem of the Ketrova Tiana, and she holds them out and compares the two of them. And Doman, I'll say you're closest. You see what she's looking at. You remember her like carving this. She kind of made it herself. A lot of people like have tattoos or like a patch or something sewn onto their jacket or clothes. A couple people carve pendants and amulets. Gil's looks a little bit older and more weathered, but it's the same material. It is there's a notch in the top where she had slipped when originally carving it, and it matches his exactly. And as they draw close to each other, they actually both kind of begin to shake. And Gil,
Wait, nope. That would be bad.
Okay.
I noticed they're the same.
Yeah, they're
exactly
it's when
the
she
notch
holds
everything.
them up and like compares them, they are identical. His is just older
Got one of
and
the tings,
more
too.
weathered.
Yeah, that would little bit of temporal imbalance. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. Clash, create a whole new multiverse. Oof. Don't want that.
So who carved it for you?
So it was carved well before I was born. But it was given to me.
By a grandmother? By
I can only give so much information because Well,
Well, we can only take you so far if that's the case.
I understand. I can give enough information to get by. So here's the thing, right? I'm a time traveler. Woo! Right. So there's a lot of things I can't tell you, and the reason being is because, well, it'll change things, like a lot, which is why I'm here. I mean, I'm here to change things, but it'll change it real bad, like real bad. So, how about this? I can't tell you who it was given to me by, but I can tell you that it is from somebody who is alive today.
I'm gonna point at Lear.
No, actually.
Okay.
So you can't tell me who it is, but you can tell me who it's not.
Yeah.
Apparently, it won't fuck up the continuum or whatever.
Well, I can only change so much. Look, time is kind of like a tapestry, right? So you take that out and you start pulling at threads, and eventually the other end is so skewed it's no longer a piece of cloth. It's all frayed and hey, sorry. It's kind of important. But if you pull the wrong thread, everything just gone, right? So perhaps maybe you just take my word for it?
Okay, well,
Trust the word of a dusty time traveler that can't get into a city.
Yeah.
He's not his fault that he's dusty. You're gonna be dusty here in about 30 minutes.
So like here's how about,
Very
how about-
specifically, Sir Quennington is the one person that won't be getting dusty.
He will. His armor will not.
That's true.
he's got a little fashion bandana that he starts to pull up as we get closer to like the sand and the dirt. And okay, so listen. I can
As you're going into this, who is driving this
Dome, I
skipper?
thought, yeah.
Yeah.
I pulled out. Yep, I'm driving.
Yes. Okay. Make sure now.
so
As he says, trust him on his word. I'm gonna look at Lear and get her vibe on it.
She's just trying. I kind of believe him.
All right.
I mean, and I guess if he tries anything, there's a lot of bones in the sand.
right, yeah, just toss me over. It'll be fine.
I'm sorry, I just saw Lucy's face. That was great.
So, I am here. Oh boy, what can I tell you now? I am here to change some. Man, I just realized how awkward this is going to be.
Just now.
Okay.
You came to the
Oh.
future to try and change things without knowing how you're going to change them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of. Much more complicated than that, but yeah.
Great plan.
And you have a plan to do this.
Yeah.
In
Well, okay,
that
I'm gonna be honest
direction.
with you. I didn't know this was even gonna work. I tried once already and didn't go so well. Yeah. I wasn't 100% ready to have this conversation, but I ended up here, so here we are. And yeah. So okay, so look, there are some things that are gonna happen that I have to change, and I've said that like 4 times. I'm now realizing, but I can't tell you what those things are, which I've again told you several times. So yeah, that's where we're at.
So your plan is to just hang out with us until the things happen.
It sounds like his plan is pretty formed. He just can't tell us his plan because, we've done this a couple times, time repeating itself. I feel like we're going in a circle here.
Boom.
I'm inclined.
You know
Trust
more
your
than
friend.
I think you do.
I'm starting to catch on to a few things. I'm inclined to believe you on the whole time traveling bit, as we're we had been talking to a god not a couple minutes ago. However, the things you're going to change are for our benefit or for someone else's benefit is what I'm not quite convinced on yet.
Fair?
And let me guess, you can't tell me.
No.
Well, let me tell you something that I can
Fantastic.
tell you. I'm Sai.
Gil,
Nice to meet you, Gil.
nice to meet you.
Hey,
And
Anybody
have
else?
we have we covered why we were the ones you were looking for, or are you just looking for someone going in that direction?
Can't tell us. Let me guess.
Oh, okay. We
Uh,
can't tell you.
no. Yeah, I was definitely just, pure chance happened to run into you guys and Spark.
Got it.
So you were looking for Spark.
Hold up.
Yeah.
He
How do
can't
you
tell
know
us.
who Spark is?
He can't tell us.
You just should stop asking questions, really.
Yeah.
I'll just go back to
Okay,
driving.
Gil. My name's Yosha
Hey,
Pepperdine.
Yoshida.
It's nice to meet you, Gil. I think.
Nice to meet you too.
And I don't know if it's actually needed, but since they're not introducing themselves, I'm sure you already know them. But this is Doman.
No.
God damn it. He already knows my name.
Do I though?
You knew Spark, I'm going to assume you knew me.
Spark's an automaton.
Watching you time traveling, man.
Okay.
Don't know, Nutshell. We're on the same wavelength there. You're like, don't tell them my name.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure who you are, Mr. Shiny Armor.
Oh, I'm not important.
Sure you
Okay.
are.
If I was important, he'd know my name. He's from the future. He's
Your
time
paths just
travel
didn't
man.
cross before. That's what I'm gathering.
Now you get to be a part of the future.
Maybe
I'm
you're the
Sir
reason-
Quinnington, heir to the Quinningtons.
Quinnington. That name does actually sound very familiar.
My family raises a set of unicorns in the upper district of.
Right, your family had. Sorry.
Didn't know that's why you made your money. Is in unicorns? Yeah, there's herds of them up there?
We have several stables of unicorns. How did you think I had Bruce?
Figured you bought him.
From protecting
Oh.
the city from all of your military experience. He's your family.
Nope, he's just one of my family does is raise unicorns.
Neat.
We've done it for 23 generations, and I unfortunately I have not been invited to pass the throne. Anyways,
Just to clarify, what's the exact year? It's kind of weird to ask somebody that, especially a town guard.
Sorry, can't tell you that.
Oh, okay. If I had to assume, it is probably between, and I give like a 5-year time frame.
I just add 5 years to what year it is, and then tell them that number.
Oh, that doesn't correlate at all.
I'm just fucking with you, and I'll tell him the actual year. Whatever that is.
We're going to say 1502.
Everybody mark
Okay.
that down. It's canon now.
Yep.
A little later than what I wanted to be, but that's fine. That's all right. That's all right.
I'm traveling not an
Well,
exact
actually,
science.
no, that wouldn't make sense because the era that would delineate, it'd be
202.
it'd be 202.
202?
202.
202.
Okay.
202
What?
since the
What?
founding of Avarice.
What month? Like 303, but
Yeah, but 202.
Yeah. You guys are cruising along.
That can wait. Don't worry about it.
I imagine that they just turn on like running up that hill really loud in the sand skimmer.
Yeah, and this is Domin, you're able to cut loose. This is what the skimmer was built for. So you're cruising up and down dunes.
Imagine like hitting.
it's
sand
definitely
waves.
Yeah,
running
it's-
much better since Averin, did some
Yeah.
stuff to it.
Going 100 feet per second, which I think comes out to just about 70 miles an hour is what you can cap out at without pushing it too hard. Going through, and you're very aware, like this is kind of relaxing. It feels good to be back out in the open air, away from that claustrophobic feeling that you get driving through city streets. You haven't been able to open up the vehicle like this in a long time. I need perception checks from you. Angel and Gil can make these at advantage. Everybody else can just make a standard perception check.
Wow.
As we get farther out.
I just rolled another nat 20. Holy
Okay.
shit.
Wow.
Hey,
Same
same.
that dice. I want a nat 20.
Lucy got a nat 20. What is my? I mean, Yoshida got a nat 20.
God damn.
I just
That's
rolled
3
two
on the same.
5s.
Nice.
There's the offset.
26.
I got
29.
15.
All right. Anybody
I'm
that
taking good
got
math.
anybody that got over a 20 realizes that like sand, like there's kind of wind, and so sand is kind of blowing and gusting. You kind of see these plumes off in the dunes, pretty normal. But you realize there's 2 kind of whirling vortexes of sand and dust that are kind of following, encroaching in. Domin, you recognize these are kind of a sand elemental, like an earth and air elemental that roam around the dunes. The concerning thing is what they usually kind of circle around, as almost like parasites, scavengers, taking kind of the prey of a larger hunter out in the wastes. You know what to look for. And looking kind of into your rear view mirror, you see the sand in the dunes behind you are kind of collapsing in on themselves. Something almost swimming through the sand behind you, keeping pace. Kind of sand almost liquefying as it like falls and is churned, like how an avalanche snow takes on a liquid element.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sand is doing the same thing as something's coursing through it.
Doman will reach into the side pocket of the skimmer and pull out like a pair of steampunk goggles and slap them to his face. And everyone,
But if it's behind us, aren't you driving?
yes, and I just put goggles on my face. That's all I've done.
Ah, okay. I thought you were looking at it.
No,
Rear
in
view mirror.
rear view mirror.
Yeah.
Got a rear view. He just looked up and just saw like the dunes kind of collapsing behind them.
And after I put the goggles on my face, I'll tell everyone to buckle in, and then I'll start testing its turning capacity like an alligator. I'll take
Oh,
a
man.
quick right and
Alright.
see how it can follow us, and then a left and see how quick it can turn around on itself. And if it looks like it's having trouble, I'll just keep making harder and harder turns.
And this is the point. I gave it to Doan because he would have been familiar with kind of this. Anybody else, as soon as he pulls on the goggles and you start looking for what's going on, you see the same thing. It's collapsing. And Doan, give me a driving check. This is proficiency plus dexterity.
Plus. 13 and 9 is 22.
22. All right. So you start turning and kind of weaving and cutting side to side, and there's a couple times like you'll turn and it'll do a wider kind of arcing back, but you realize that when it goes, it speeds up a little bit to actually like regain the ground. It's not going its full speed. It's just kind of maintaining pace. The two smaller dust devils that are circling around it fall back a little bit and seem to like push themselves. They become more obvious, take on a more consistent form as they course through the sand trying to catch up.
And I assume it's just sand as far as the eye can see.
Yeah. So currently, yeah, the area immediately surrounding Avarice is just dunes. If we want,
I just tie myself by the waist to the back of the truck, and then I try and surf. While he's
okay.
doing all his
I
things.
want everybody. So we've got an owlbear. I have just a little map, very simple. It's just a sandy grid with the cart on it. This is just more for distance visualizations. And yeah, Sir Quiddington, if you're going to begin trying to surf off the back of the truck, you tie yourself off. Could be an athletics check.
No, I was just gonna like stand.
Oh,
in
okay.
The bed of it. I'm just tying myself. I'm not making. I'm throwing myself off the back.
Oh yeah, we're being followed by something.
I need to clarify.
Thanks, Kazuo.
Okay, yeah, easy enough. That's yeah. Everybody, go ahead and throw yourselves into that wagon. Domin, you'll be on the front for sure. Everybody else can position it just kind of however they'd like.
Well, I bet it doesn't have my icons in there.
I'm a book because, you know.
Yeah. Icons just showing kind of the distance in which everything is. But yeah, these things that are kind of are pursuing from a distance. We're gonna go into initiative really quick. I'm gonna do this. Just move everybody just forward a bit.
This dice is going in jail today.
We're performing.
Oh my fuck! I am not kidding.
Check his dice.
Another.
That's
Check
the
his
third
dice.
one in a row.
Did you print these dice yourself, David? Did they just have 20s?
No, it's my metal one that I almost always do awful. Well, not almost always, but like I just get average fucking rolls. Wow.
He's actually going back in time and changing the roll.
You just can't tell us that. Sorry.
23.
I rolled this 15 times and then I finally got it.
Domin, what did you get?
Creation, is that what we're doing?
I have not rolled. Please hold. 7.
7. Angel?
6.
6.
Nice.
Ooh. Averin's not here. Gil.
28.
Jesus.
Zai.
16.
It's a 23 for Yoshida. A 9 for Sir Quiddington. It auto-populated for me. Gil, you get to go first.
Okay. How far out are these guys?
They are from the back of the skimmer, 75 feet.
So for the dust devils
60,
are the
65 for the closest. The worm, the dust devils are 75, 80 feet away.
I have about 50
Okay.
foot of rope on me, minus what it took to tie it.
I'll be right back. He's gonna stab a dagger.
And I'm going to be clear. You're moving 100 feet per round. So Domin is driving. You don't have to do anything to maintain that. It's at initiative 20 every round. Everything's just going to move 100 feet. So if you're on the ground, If you have a
Good thing you
movement speed of
clarified, I should
30,
take it.
you have negative 70 feet to make up to be able to get back to the skimmer
All right.
by initiative 20.
Hold on, then I need to double check and read this.
Nice to meet you, Gil. See you, Gil.
Oh, he eat it himself.
And this must be where he needed to go.
So it doesn't say. So for Charm Monster, I have to be within 30 feet of it,
Okay.
but it doesn't say after I cast it, I still need to be within 30 feet of it.
No, you do not.
Cool. And let me double check something. You said we're about 75 feet away?
Yeah.
Cool.
The closest edge is 65 feet.
Damn. That's fine. All right. I'm going to cast Charm Monster. I'm going to make it a distance spell. So I double the distance.
Okay.
He's going to stab his dagger down into... I doubt any of it's wood. He's going to place his dagger...
In size thigh.
Yeah. I'll be right back. Hold on to that for me. So basically what you're going to see is you're going to see him pull out his dagger, drop it, and then jump off the back of the sand skimmer.
At 70 miles an hour, crashing into the sand.
Not quite. Not quite. Before he hits the ground. So he's going to drop it, do a running leap, and then as he gets within that extra 5 feet, because I mean he can jump just originally the 5 feet to get within the 60.
Okay.
Cast Charm Monster, and let me know if I guess I'm already in the midst of it. So if it doesn't work, well, fuck it. And it has to make a Wisdom save of 18.
Okay. Let me just check. Charm Monster. What?
It's fourth.
What
if
can
you're
it
looking for that.
target? Let's see.
It says you can charm a creature you can see within range.
Okay. Yeah, and this does not have immunity to charm listed. It's a Wisdom saving throw. You said.
Yeah, 18.
Rolled an 18 for 28.
All right. So what you guys see is him drop, cast a spell while in midair, about to hit the ground, and then back to the knife.
Lands on top, picking the knife up.
Well,
That'd be
that didn't work.
one single charge off of your knife.
Okay.
Anything else from Gil?
No,
Yoshida?
that's everything.
Okay, let me unmute. Okay, so I just saw that. Very confused. But I'm gonna reach forward, tap a sigh with guidance, and then I'm gonna grab Sir Quennington's hand and then cast Holy Weapon at 7th level.
It's 7. Holy shit! All right.
God damn.
What does that do?
Let me read the instructions. You
You
imbue
have a 7th level?
Yeah, dude. The weapon emits bright light in 30-foot radius dim light. Okay. Weapon attacks made with it deal an extra 2d8 radiant damage on the hit. If it isn't already a magic weapon, it becomes one.
It's an additional 2d8.
Mm-hmm.
What does magic weapon do? I mean, mine already is.
Yeah,
a
but
magic
that's
weapon.
she's reading the description to you. You'll deal an additional, or holy weapon, not magic weapon, right?
I think you can blind the creature. I'm not sure. I'm reading them. It takes four.
So
On a failed save, a creature takes 48 radiant damage and it is blinded for 1 minute. On a successful save, a creature takes half as much damage and isn't blinded.
yeah, if you look up the spell Holy Weapon on D&D Beyond, it'll let you know.
Yeah,
It does.
but
And upcasting it doesn't do anything, so you don't have to cast it at 7th level.
Oh, okay, then I won't do that. It's lasts for an hour. So if it catches up to us,
And it is concentration, so just remember that.
okay. Well, I mean, I can't do much from a distance, so
From a distance.
Don't worry, it's gonna get closer. Anything else from
Oh,
Yoshida?
okay.
Right.
I did
Probably.
I did a bonus action and an action.
Allegedly.
Okay. No.
Okay.
Yosh just gonna stay there.
All right. Encounter 20. Everything moves 100 feet, which means these guys dashing can only move a little bit. And this guy can move a little bit more. He's not dashing. He's just hanging out. What is the range on that? No, he's just so the two dust devils at 100, going 100 feet per round, are just inching closer. The dust leviathan is just snaking through the sand, slowly catching up.
I want to throw my rapier at it.
It is Sai's turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and climb up into one of the harpoon flingers that we have.
Okay. Which that, if you look, is in the. And go ahead and.
I'm gonna shoot one harpoon. Well, I'll load it, I guess, and then.
All right. Are you aiming at one of the dust devils, or are you aiming at the sand leviathan?
Let's go with the leviathan because that one seems a little bit worse.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll the hit. The harpoon swings around.
Nope, that's a 13.
13.
No, that's a fucking 9. Sorry, that's a 9. I thought it said
Yeah.
plus 10. It's a 9.
Nine misses. That's it. The harpoon just sticks into the sand, and it no seeming effect. Anything else from Sai?
Must go faster, and that's it.
Wait,
Quennington.
did you add your guidance?
It's not gonna hit. I don't think. I mean, guidance of would be plus 2, so 11.
It does not hit.
Yeah.
And then let me really quick. This will be important for you guys as well because there are different action stations on the vehicle. Important to the driver, Sir Quennington.
Okay. I take my rapier and I act like it's a javelin and I just chuck it at it.
Everybody's icons go below my. One sec.
I was wondering why that happened too.
Let me move the wagon back here. Can I change its layer?
We all just got kicked off.
I tied myself off.
Boom. Yeah, that's close enough. Okay. The distance, 50 feet, so you will be at disadvantage throwing your rapier. Oh.
Okay.
I'll copy paste that for you, Will.
Thanks.
Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to figure out how to roll.
You
this
just
now.
roll twice to take the lower. You can right click on the roll spot, and it will say disadvantage, and you just click it again. It should do it automatically.
Yeah, nothing's happening when I right click, but it's fine. Let's just do. I got a 19 and I got a 30 and a
30 to 15. The disadvantage is 15, and that misses. Your rapier ting, and just sticks into the sand. You can redraw your rapier and throw it again, though. That's you have multiple attacks. So
Yep. Doing it in round 2.
yeah,
that one's gonna miss.
Ting.
You just
And I
imagine
think, do you have one more
never-ending
attack?
Yes. Yes. I do.
And just as you draw it, it disappears from the sand as you guys are all watching these rapiers just sticking into the sand.
24 and a 23.
This one will hit. So your rapier actually strikes and finds purchase and begins moving with it. You all hear kind of an unearthly shriek just kind of echo through the ground, like rumbles through the sand. Everything begins to shift. Roll damage.
Don't
And
forget
don't
your
forget to
holy
add
weapon.
Your 2d8.
Yeah.
Oh, I think the creature has to roll a save.
That's for the bonus action blinding, and it's not within 30 feet,
okay.
so he wouldn't be able to do that.
Sure.
So it's 14 plus 9.
So 23
Piercing,
points of
so-
piercing damage.
I hit it. You just see me jump up in the
And for the
air.
first time, you see its head, like it actually begins to lift out of the sand, not just sliding beneath the surface. This massive,
Oh, no, he's bad.
semi-scaly, it's like this swirling vortex of sand made into physical form. Kind of heaves itself from the sand before diving back. It's not its turn, so it can't do anything, but its actions become more deliberate, less predator stalking prey, more it's time to go. On Doman.
I'm before Angel. I thought I was last.
You were on 7, she's on 6.
Okay. In that case, I will turn to Angel and say, "You want to drive or you want to play?" And I will just stomp on the gas while I wait for her response. And I'll use my action and my bonus action to drive and dash.
Okay. You guys will leave these behind a ways. That's and we will immediately move to Angel's turn.
I'll take on this one. She's gonna look at Lear and say, "Take Mav." And as she says that, she's gonna cast Shield of Faith on Mav, to give him an extra 2 to his AC. And then immediately after that, she is going to cast Crusader's Mantle on the group. So what you all feel is almost like when you step out to like the first sunny day after a long chain of like super gray days, you get that like awesome feel of vitamin D soaking into your skin. That's kind of how it feels. Is this this like yellow sun colored aura emits from her. And you all deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage when you hit with a weapon attack.
Okay. Anything else from Angel?
That is it.
Okay. Sand Leviathan is going to use its legendary action, Dune Hunting, which allows it to move its movement, which is just going to put it back on the map, plus a little bit more as it begins catching up. That also pulls the devils along with it, pulling them into its wake. A little bit farther back, as it just begins rushing forward, just pulsing through like a giant serpent. We go back to the top of initiative. Gil.
Well, that didn't work. So maybe hold on, and he's gonna cast. Oh, where did it go? I had a thing. Tasha's Mind Whip,
Okay.
and so basically needs to make an intellect save of 18, and if it fails, it takes where was it? 3d6 damage.
That is a 5.
All right. Sand slug, not so smart. That okay. That is a 3, a 4. That's 7. Yeah, that's garbage. That's 8.
Okay. 8 psychic damage.
And On a failed save, it cannot take a reaction until the end of its next turn. And on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action.
Okay. Anything else from Gil?
No, that'll be
Okay.
it.
Saint Leviathan is going to use its legendary action again for Dune Hunter. It's just going to pull. They can make its way right up here. These right onto you. It does these a little bit further behind because they are pulled along, but not at the same speed. As it just begins tearing through the sand, trying to keep up. On its turn, it will only be able to make its action, reaction, or bonus action, or action to
Movement.
move, attack. Yeah, I will be double checking that in a minute. But it has coursed through the sand and is pulling up. Yoshida, it is right on the tail of the skimmer.
I'm gonna hold on to the side of the skimmer, or should I grab somebody's hand? Lean out the back and try to touch it and cast Contagion.
Okay,
So
what
grab
does
onto Sir Quennington.
What does Contagion do?
Inflicts disease. Make a melee spell attack. The target is poisoned. So I think I have to.
You have to roll the hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll the hit. That's what I'm gonna do. So I have 27.
27 hits.
Okay. Yeah. So 27 hits. It needs to. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Take your time. That wasn't me calling. I just don't know what Contagion does.
I'm trying to think of the best one. Let's do Slimy Doom.
Okay.
The creature begins to bleed uncontrollably. The creature has disadvantage on Constitution checks and Constitution saving throws.
Oh.
In addition, whenever the creature takes damage, it is stunned until the end of its next turn.
Damn.
How do you spell Contagion?
Contagion.
On a hit, the target is poisoned. Oh, you press your hand to it and you feel it pulse as the magic takes hold, but nothing happens. The creature is immune to poison, so you cannot inflict the poison condition on it.
Okay, so I'm hanging out. I'm like, bring me back in. And then I just shoot my crossbow at it. Hopefully that somebody pulls me back. Hopefully Sir Quennington pulls me back in.
Contagion's an action. You can't make
I
another
can't.
action.
I'll just hang on.
Okay. Dust Devils, they kind of move forward, but they cannot move fast enough to catch up right away. As on initiative 100, everything just keeps moving 100 feet.
Is she hanging on to the back of it? Or
No, she
fell off
leaned
of it?
over and to touch it.
Give it a little slap.
Leviathan can just use one action, right?
Yes, so let me do your thing. Seeing because I imagine you're going to use an action. So it on its turn, it gets to choose whether it moves, takes an action, or a bonus action. It only gets one of the three.
Okay. It is going to take its action. It is going to it can use its action to multi-attack, so it's going to make one slam attack and a tail attack. It is going to it goes under the sand and is going to come up and slam into the skimmer. which has, I believe, an AC of 20 around the stats that I sent you guys earlier.
Yes, I think so.
That's true.
Okay.
On the
This
plus
does
one.
have the siege monster, so it deals double damage to objects and structures.
Oh boy.
It is a 32 to hit.
Oh fuck.
Barely hits.
You do have a damage threshold of 10, so whatever damage it rolls is minus 10. If it deals,
I thought it
more
took
than...
all the damage, but you have to be above 10 to do any. So, like, if you do 11 damage, you don't just do 1. You do 11. But if you do 9 damage, you do nothing.
For you guys, I'll do that. For this thing, I'm going to err on what I thought when I balanced this, because I don't want to necessarily
Just shut up.
destroy. Because that is 1632 plus 26 for 58 points of damage. So drop that to 48 as it slams in, and you, like, from looking over the edge, you see as this, it's like it's sand blasting the side of it. It's wearing in, very similar to how acid would, but this is just from rushing sand. Will, you're the driver. If you'd like to roll just a d20 for me.
Roll a 20.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I'll
roll a
roll an
d20. 11 blinding smoke. That's as it crashes into you guys. Something in the engine rattles and just starts pouring smoke through it. That somebody will be able to attempt to fix it while you guys are moving. Until then, any creature on the helm, so at the front, will and just Doman, you are blinded by the smoke until it's fixed.
Okay.
And that is 150. That was 41. 2. And then the tail lifts from the sand and is again attempt to smash into Yoshida, who's hanging from the back.
No.
7 for 21 to hit.
Son of a. Yeah. That hits.
Yoshida, you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
13.
And another 13 points of acid damage. What is being classified? We're going to call this slashing damage. Sorry, I didn't change all the verbiage on this creature when I remade it. Slashing damage as you are essentially bludgeoned into and then sand blasted. As this just cuts into your skin.
My pretty face.
Sai.
So, Sai is gonna obviously get his foothold again because we got smashed into, and I'm gonna activate my bracelet of whatever it's called, the bracelet of fixed extension, as a bonus action. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just punch this bitch in the face.
Okay. Roll the hit.
That would be a 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Okay. So that's that seems low, but we'll take it. 1d6 plus we're engaged, right?
Yep.
So 2d6 of sneak attack.
Alir looks and goes, "What?"
I thought the same thing.
And then an extra d6 from my dice or from my.
Sorry, how much
So,
damage is that?
Rolling it now. 10 plus 3 is 13. Plus 3, so 16 points of damage.
Okay.
Stunning strike.
Okay. Constitution saving throw. That is 13.
It is stunned.
Okay, it is going to use a legendary resistance to instead succeed
Okay.
and not be stunned.
Okay. Then I'm gonna punch it again.
Roll the hit.
That would definitely hit because it's a 17 on the die, so
Yep.
27.
Okay, roll damage.
then I just want to double
So if
check
you-
on the bracelet because I know I don't get sneak attack this time. So it says, in addition, your melee attacks deal an extra 1d6 force damage on a hit. Once
Yeah, so any-
once used. Okay. So any hit that I do. Okay.
Any hit.
So sweet. So that's gonna be 9 plus 3, so 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage.
Stunning strike
Boom.
again.
As yeah, 17.
17 meets it, so yeah, you're good there.
Okay. These kind of translucent, oversized copies of your own fist just are slamming down into the head of this, which is kind of pulled back and just roiling just beneath the sand. You have more attacks, right?
No, because I used my bonus action to activate my
Okay.
wrists, so that would do it for me.
Okay, Sir Quiddington, this thing is now in melee range.
Is if I steady Yoshida, does that? Is that
No,
count as
that's
an action?
she is small enough that you could just as
Dunk.
part of kind of similar to how you don't have to use an action to like push open a door.
Okay. I just kind of reach over and then like plant her back more steadily behind me, and then I run at the worm cyclone dust devil thing and proceed to jump on its face with my rapier.
Okay.
Like
Are you
this.
still tied to the skimmer? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Making sure.
So, let's see. I don't think I'm at disadvantage anymore, considering I'm flying
Nope,
towards it.
that's melee. That was just a range thing. Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead. That's you land in the sand, driving the rapier down.
It does a 20.
Yes, it does.
Hit.
And then you get an additional 2d8.
So, yeah, and 1d4.
So 16, 27, 28 points of damage from the first hit.
Yep. Second hit.
Absolutely.
Hits.
For 19.
Yep, and this is a crit. So, right? 19
Yeah,
and
for
20
a
crit.
champion, yeah. 19 crits for you. So before you roll damage, I need you to roll a d100 for me. You guys watch Sir
Cut
Quiddington
his
just
fucking head off.
It just.
Oh.
90.
What did you get? 90. Target suffers. Roll 1d6 for me.
What was it?
We'll find out.
No, but what did he roll?
5.
90.
90.
He rolled a
okay.
90.
Gotcha.
Target suffers 1d6 intelligence damage. What did you roll on the
Prefrontal
d6?
cortex.
A 5.
5.
You just like
This has an intelligence of 2.
lobotomized him.
You
Did I just kill it?
stabbing it into the head.
Lobotomized
This
him.
thing does not specifically have a brain, but it has to have some sort of magical central nervous system. And just the holy energy from your rapier just cuts it in a way. You watch as sand that has been rushing like water along with it, as it just stops moving.
Forgets how to move.
Everything just collides into it. The sudden stop of momentum, creating a massive dune that washes over you. I'm gonna say like this is. I need everyone to make a strength saving throw.
Oh no.
Quinn, you at disadvantage because you get jerked by the rope that's tied around your waist as you hit the ground at 70 miles an hour. 10 feet of this rope rolls out until you hit the end. It's gonna fold you in half and rip you along.
I want
22.
to
I
use-
natural 20.
Okay.
I want to do. Can I use Indomitable?
Yes, you
to
absolutely
reroll
can.
saving throw?
This is a strength saving throw.
Okay.
DC 24.
20.
I'm utilizing its Dune
11.
Crush ability just as a punctuation on this fight.
Okay, I got
11.
11.
Did anybody get above a 24?
I got a
No.
natural 1.
I'm gonna.
Oh, damn, it's on a
This
deck
is-
save.
this is-
Okay.
I don't think I
I got a
could
10.
Yeah, it's a
actually get
strength.
above that. I got the best score.
Yeah,
I
you got a
could.
natural 20, and it's still not quite enough.
got 24?
Sand, and it's just sand washes over and knocks all of you prone, and everybody
Except for me.
takes
Because I'm not on
20
anything.
points of bludgeoning damage as just sand crushes in, except for Doman, because you're in an enclosed helm.
Angela, you said you got a 24?
I got a 24.
Oh, okay.
Meets
Oh,
a
so
beat.
yeah, you succeed. That's
Okay.
you stand against this. You shield just Mav and Lear, so they won't take damage either.
Cool. Thanks.
But yeah, everybody, and then Doman, you're in the helm, so you don't have to worry about it because you're enclosed. But yeah, everybody.
Do I take like double?
No.
damage?
You just had disadvantage against making it. Everything kind of lurches as the bed is of this floating sand truck is just filled with sand and debris, which kind of rolls off. You guys all brush and kind of stand up, Dome, and you continue moving, leaving just this crumpled effect, just vegetable of a monster of the wastes.
Are we just dragging Sir Quennington behind us?
Until somebody pulls him through. Pulls him
Okay,
up.
I'll go to start pulling him in.
Assuming the rope was strong enough to hold up to.
Yeah,
whatever
if we
just
can-
happened,
If we
just
can
use
really
left.
quickly just take a brief break, I have to use the bathroom. We will regather and continue on our journey to meet up with the Kitrovtiana clan.
All right, yeah, we'll send it off to the
A
break.
second.
Sorry for the brief break. That's we all need them sometimes. Take care of yourself.
Cheers.
We are coming back as our party begins to continue on the road to the Kitrovtiana. Given that they just Quennington being pulled back in had just finished annihilating a massive dune leviathan. The two dust devils kind of pull up on the corpse and just begin circling it, much as the vultures that they are out in the wastes. Continue on. Knowing what you know from your last correspondence with Starkeeper Yoden, you're probably about 2 days out to make it to where the Kitrovtiana set up camp outside the temple that they were beginning to kind of excavate and carefully explore, buried near an old lost city from the world before the collapse.
Trying to get all the sand in my armor.
Oh my! Is everybody all right?
Hold on, still trying to put this back together, and whatever was making the smoke up in the helm, I'll just mash it back down.
Give me a dexterity check.
18 and
Oh, that is enough. That's you're able to fix whatever was causing the smoke. One of the ignition crystals that Avrin had installed just got turned in its mounting socket and just was sparking and creating the smoke that had filled the helm.
All right, back to it, or
don't
I'm
see any
gonna
reason to
cast-
slow down now.
Healing word on myself because I'm at half health. Just so everybody knows.
Okay.
And I'll reach over and lay on hands as well for you. Or well,
Thank you.
who looks the worst?
Yosta probably.
I think
Or Lord
yeah,
Quinn, if you
everybody
want
took
to
a bit of damage, except for Doman, I think.
I didn't
but
take a hit.
Yeah, he didn't take a hit. Yoshta
Me
got
neither.
hit the most. I think Yoshta took some like
Okay.
58 points of damage.
Okay, let me find my lay on hands and then I'll tell you how much I give you. How does 20 sound?
Sounds amazing. Thank you.
Well,
Alright.
that was fun. Gets up from just straight up getting knocked on his ass.
Sand pours out of all of the nooks and crannies.
God damn it.
I'm gonna look at
Just
Gil
look
and
over to him and just like do the same actions. Just it gets everywhere.
You'll get used to it. It's fine.
I don't like sand.
I don't want to get used to it.
It's really exfoliating. It's actually quite good for your skin.
She's not wrong.
It just
I'm gonna look over at Gil and
I'm
be like,
rubbed raw.
"Hey, your little trick there is not that special from Mr. Time Traveler Man." And I'm gonna like walk 15 feet and then activate my Boots of Winding and pop back 15 feet.
Okay.
Just show off, and I'm gonna get back in the car.
Is this the first time Sai's gotten sassy?
Probably. He's changed. Some shit's happened, all right?
He's got a girlfriend.
Lear side-eyeing Gil, looking him up and down. Raven, or not Raven, oh my gosh, Sai getting all. Yeah.
Who Lear, by the way, is like brushing off Mav, he's come to in small like spurts, but is spending a lot of time just sleeping. Lear is very like protective of him currently, knowing what he's gone through.
What's wrong with him?
That's not
Yeah.
part of your history.
He's got Nanya.
Okay.
He's had something taken from him. I can't remember how he put it.
Oh. Hold on.
Oh,
Goes into his bag. Here, Mav, eat these. And gives him beans.
Mav, like that's weird. I suppose. And
It'll
like
help.
Lear kind of helps because it really will help. Begins like helping feed him beans. Was that? Do you just carry beans on you? Why? How did you know?
Time traveler. Ooh.
It's probably one
Right,
of those
you can't
Oldeman
say.
tricks. It's probably one of those Oldeman tricks.
I'll
In the
bite. What's an
future-
Ultimate trick?
I can tell you this. In the future, beans are about all the things left that we can grow.
Kind of like now.
So you can tell us that, but you can't tell us if you know our names.
Your camera froze.
Sure.
Oh, never mind. It's back. Is it? Nope, it's gone.
By the
And it's
way,
back.
that was a blatant lie.
I think I'm just not moving.
Sorry.
So anybody with a passive insight higher than 4, I was lying.
About beans?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
About them being good for you, or about them being the only thing that we can grow?
The only thing we could grow.
Okay.
Have you met Avi?
I'm sorry, who?
Evelyn.
Doesn't strike a bell.
Hmm. You can't tell us if you did.
I mean, I could tell you.
But it's the end of the world as we know it.
Kind
I'd
of.
like to insight check that.
Go for it.
15.
He's lying.
Ah.
I rolled shitty enough that I figure most would be able to catch that. It's not that he's lying.
About the knowing
no,
Abby
actually,
part.
no, straight up. No.
Yeah.
I take that back. With what I said, I was straight up lying. Yeah.
Okay, so about the knowing Abby part. Okay, gotcha. We get it. It's a bit of a gray area.
Look. Imagine a scenario where someone goes back in time to prevent a calamity. Oh, yeah, such a noble thing to do, to rewrite history's darkest chapters, but the past isn't really a pliable canvas. It's not easily molded into anyone's desires. It resists alteration like a steadfast sentinel guarding the sanctity of existence. The question is not only that if, say, that adventure can succeed, but how does that change the fabric of time? Pulling the wrong thread could result in multiple pieces of fabric in partial iterations or completely destroying the tapestry itself. It's not that I don't want to tell you. I'm afraid it would change too much if I did.
I think my problem with it is not so much that you're not telling us. It's that I don't know why you're not telling us. Like,
Well,
yes, it tears apart the tapestry, but does that? Are you not telling us because what your goals or desires are against our own, or not? And I just can't trust you.
I think I get what
And
he's saying.
I understand.
If he tells us too much and we make a change, we may not like the outcome still.
I understand that. It's still just hard to trust. When someone else knows something about you and about something that you could do, it is hard to know what sides they're on.
Okay, how about this? This may or may not happen. But if I were to tell you that in 6 days, one of you were going to die, but I had to let that happen in order to change something else, would that alter how you do things? Just the thought process of, oh, this is day 6, and then we happen to get into some sort of scuffle. It's going to change everything that you do.
I just grabbed Gil with both hands.
No
Who's gonna
way.
die?
Well, I mean, we all die eventually. So all of us.
Who's dying in 6 days? Don't toy with me.
Nobody's dying in 6 days. It's purely hypothetical.
Tell me.
Put him down. Put him down. Sorry, he takes things literally.
Yeah.
I understand that concept, but how do I know that your future, your desired future, is the same desired future I would have in your shoes?
Because of this And I again pull out the emblem. I don't know how much more I can give other than that.
Lear stands up and she looks at Gil in the eyes. She just kind of lingers there for a moment. She looks away and she says, Mom, I can't explain it, but I trust him. And then she shrugs and she sits back down next to Sai. And begins kind of just looking at her, the amulet she had made. Just kind of sits thinking.
I mean, none of us knew each other really when we met, right? We haven't known each other that long. But we said we had to start trusting each other to make sure we lived.
It also took quite a disaster for us to trust each other.
Well, and you don't have to trust me as long as you take me with you.
Do you have any booze?
Well, no.
No, I don't trust you.
No tracks.
But I do have this. Pulls out a yard-long margarita. No, does not.
Can it? No.
I wasn't able to get into the city.
I mean, okay, fine. I did save this bottle of whiskey from the house that I'm now backwards canonizing.
Canonizing.
That's fair.
And I open
Uh,
it, take a drink, and I pass it to whoever wants any.
Oh, I thought you were passing it to Gil.
Oh, I can pass it to Gil.
Oh, okay.
And stare him in the eye.
Yum.
Yum.
Wait, if you consume things in the past, does that also alter the future?
Technically.
So this is the kind of thing where like a butterfly flaps its wings in Africa and then the entire Africa,
The Empire falls? Yes.
and the entire empire falls.
Kinda. It's a little more complicated than that. As I said, it's not as easily molded as one would think. It does resist change, right? So there's small things that can happen, yes, that could alter the change of history. So say like well, it's kind of hard to see out here because it's just sand, but say there's an oasis tree, right? Say there's let me rephrase that, a sapling. And I were to go through and pluck it. Well, it turns out that just happens to be the last tree in existence. And you know, that was going to save the wizard, the fruit it bears, the wizard that was potentially going to save the world. Right? I mean, it's things as such, but harvested food and drink are a little different. You guys aren't quite in the stretch I was when I left.
Well, I for one
Sir Quennington's
Don't-
just taking a nap. I think.
don't want to say I trust you. I don't want to say I don't trust you. Don't don't get in my way, and you can travel to as many different timelines, futures or past as you'd like.
If only it were that easy.
You said
But-
2 more days?
6 until somebody dies.
No, no. It's at least 7. I'm kidding.
Well, you're right in a way, right? At least.
At least.
So
I
your
hope.
guys' musings on time travel and the implications of that, deciding what to do with Gil, can take you guys the rest of the day as you finally get to a point that you need to make camp. You set up a quick, a waster's camp. That's everybody up close to one side of the vehicle, placing the skimmer against the wind as a brake.
Can I use mold earth to kind of make a little walled off edges for us to hold out the sand?
Yeah, easy enough to do. Just this is efficiency from Angel, Doman, and Lear, who begins helping, digging out a spot, just creating the sand breaks so that you guys can rest, set up a fire and everything in peace. Need watches.
I'll take the first watch.
Okay. You and Yoshida.
Yeah.
Okay. And then who will be on second watch?
I'll be on second watch. And I'm going to use second wind to
Okay,
get some HP.
Perfect. Who is on second watch with Quennington?
I guess I'll go.
Okay. And that leaves Gil and Angel for the last watch. First watch, Angel and Sai. I need perception checks.
16.
16.
Yes, sir.
23.
23. Okay. Is there anything the two of you specifically would like to discuss with each other over the course of your watch?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I just turn into
Uh,
Psy and hang out next to him without saying a word.
At a certain point, like Lear comes around and looks at both of you. Sai?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One second. She goes, like, leaves. Goes back into the camp. And comes back and she goes, Sai, I brought you a drink, and holds up Yoshi's bottle of whiskey.
Okay, thanks.
It sits down next to you. Something's weird about Gil, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Just,
How does he
I
know so
can't
much
put my-
about us?
I mean, if he's from the future, who knows? Maybe there's stories about you. He didn't say how far in the future he's from. He had my necklace, which is odd. It means he at least knew somebody from the clan. I don't know. Maybe you saved the world or something. That's why he
Yeah.
knows you guys. Again,
I don't know. Why would one person? Why would you give your? Would anybody give their necklace away?
I mean, again, it depends on how far in the future he's from. I mean, it might not have been given away. Could have been. I might be dead. Like, who knows? And if he can't tell us, which I'm still trying to figure out why.
I figure our fate's already decided for us, right?
Yeah. It's okay if I stay out with you and other you for a little while.
Yeah, but you got to tell us which one's cuter.
And I hand her whiskey.
She turn around really quick. Other side. Yeah, she pours a little bit on the ground.
Oh, rude.
Hands out. Yum. Hands it back. You are to real side.
Oh, I go to the other side of the camp.
Puts her head on your shoulder. After a little while, she falls asleep. She kind of drifts off until your guys' watch comes to end. I'm really curious what David's laughing about, but it's not his turn. It is Sir Quinnington and Doman. Anything the two of you would like to discuss on your watch? And perception checks.
Doman will be natural 1 for me for a total of 2, but totals don't
I
matter.
got a nice total of 9.
9? Okay. If there is
Doman will
anything out
be-
there, the two of you don't see it.
Doman will be skipping larger stones that have floated to the top down the side of the dune just to see how far he can get them.
I don't know. I don't like this magic man.
You talking about Gil?
Space walking guy comes out of nowhere. I mean, like if you like, how many people come out of the waste? Their minds just gone. They've been to another place, another time.
Well, you know all the ones that lose a clan or get lost or spend eons out here by themselves. I mean, most of them either get et or go nuts. But
Yeah.
I guess.
What do you think we got on? That doesn't leave many options for it.
Well, I mean, you weren't around for it, but Avi and Sai went to the Astral Sea not too long ago. Different planes, different times. Talking to gods dying. I mean, strange times. Seem to be wrapped up in a lot of weird shit. One time traveler doesn't seem all that odd to me. So did you ever find her, Quinn? I'm calling you Quinn for short. I know your name's
No.
Quinnington, but I've nicknamed you Quinn.
Yeah, No, I never did. I was promised to get some help, but never wasn't able to get it together. And then my family called me back, and that went well. And I grabbed a stone like he's been doing and toss it down the.
As
the
athletic and
mound.
naturally fit as you are, dune skipping is an odd, it takes a practiced hand, and you hear rock just sticks in the sand a few feet away. It's the difference between somebody who's been doing it their whole life and somebody that's just thump.
That one was real round. Try one of the flatter ones. And then when you get a spin on it, get that top edge up. Try it again.
Try to do what he says, and I pick up about the rock that I find that's about dinner plate size. And
Give me the athletics
figure
check.
out how it-
I
Such a
raise my
bad-
hand to say to tell him to find a smaller rock, and then
Hey, let's see what happens.
Athletics.
Acrobatics, he said.
Unless you want to do a backflip while doing it. 18.
18.
That's you
So-
get a good 3 or 4 skips.
What I imagine is just a submarine and just watching all the sand.
just give him the
Good advice.
not too shabby. Yeah, something tells me you were a lot closer than you think you were. To finding her, not to skipping the stone.
I think you might have been right, but close is good for hand grenades, not so much for
Look at
Finally,
those.
a level one.
Close is good
Yeah,
for
Andronite?
fireballs and horseshoes.
Fireballs and horseshoes. There you go. I was
Fireball?
trying to come up with the one on the spot, but I couldn't come up with it.
Keep looking for her. I'm sure she's around.
Oh, one could hope.
The rest of your guys' watch goes by with nothing that you guys notice. Just caught up skipping stones in the dunes. Angel and Gil. Perception checks.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
16.
16. Okay. Is there anything the two of you would like to discuss during the course of your watch? And if you say no, I'm going to assume that Gil, you're keeping watch, and Angel is just like sitting on a rock across from you, just
Glaring.
you're watching the camp. She's watching you.
He would actually be doing very similarly to what Yeoman was doing, actually, not knowing that he was doing it. And he is going to skip some rocks.
Okay. I'm not gonna make a roll for
Give me
it.
that side eye.
The
he's a
Angel,
waster.
you notice it's the same practice, just not even thinking about it, just skipping rocks in the sand.
So, you know, one thing that's never changed, or that doesn't change, at least not for a really long time. Stars.
They
How is it the
change.
same?
I mean, they change every year, but they always come back.
My God, it's full of stars. Sorry.
What?
Quote.
So, you just gonna keep staring at me? It's kind of weird. I mean, not really, I guess, but it does, you know, it's weird to me. I guess it's awkward. I don't like silence. Okay.
I'll just
Alright.
stay silent so that he'll talk more.
Yeah. So how about them sports teams of this era? Yeah.
The
Okay.
sports.
No.
I like to think that Lady Featherweight is like crept over to him and like starts pecking him. Just to see what he's about.
An excellent point. Is Lady Featherweight with you?
Oh shit, that chicken might be dead.
No, because we went through the sand, and the sand 20 damage.
Lear was holding her.
Okay.
Lear was
Okay.
holding her.
Okay. Okay.
She might be a little rough.
She's,
The
like,
20
missing
points
half
of
her
sand.
feathers.
I'm just gonna.
Lear did not take 20 points of sand.
No, Lear didn't take damage. I'm just yeah. Okay, I'm just saying that's 20 times the amount of damage a chicken can take.
10 times.
Chicken
That's
can
2
take.
points.
Okay. Okay. No, she's
Only 10
okay.
times.
We're
She
going to
looks a little
establish
rough.
now she is with you. I couldn't kill a chicken and their 2 children without. any-
He's like,
So she is by the
Yeah.
she's
Turning.
pecking you. because she doesn't like you. Gil.
Oh, I can't wait till that chicken dies. Not really. I didn't say that, but
What's your AC? Does a 12 hit you?
no.
She drives her beak into the top of your shoe, but it just can't quite penetrate.
Yeah. You know, I pick up the chicken and I look over and Angel's still looking at me and I just go up and whisper, are an endangered species. I'd kill you otherwise.
She cocks her head up to the side, looks at you, and then just kind of like walks over back to where Yosha's at and just plops down. Sticks her head in the sand.
People call me the cock whisperer.
And
Seems like Gil is
we
too.
will see you next time on Easy Dispel. We're ending it. I want that to be the last thing said. So you guys finish your long rest.
And that's right.
It is 7:20. We will see you next time on Easy Dispel.
Bye, friends.
Bye.